Hello Capricorn, welcome to your reading. Alright, let's see what we have going on today. Ooh, so you're hard at it, apparently. The Nine of Wands inverted, the Four of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. I'm working with the Pagan Underworlds deck today. I really like the Four of Wands in this deck. There's something more approachable to me about this little house at the top of the hill here. It really feels like whenever I see it, I go, I would really like to go home today. And that's a big thought. I just want to take a minute to soak that in. I really want to go home today. And I know some of us have the same home for a long time, and some of us move around, and some of us build a home with our partner or our community or our children, and then sometimes those homes come apart and become a new thing. So, home to me means so many things, and especially that sense of I belong in my home, because that's what it should be, but it's just so often not. And yeah, I have the Eight of Swords here to clarify the Four of Wands. Sometimes, I want to go home today, but I don't know where that is. I can't see it. I don't believe it, because we have this Ten of Wands, this Ten of Swords here. I see all of these swords coming, surrounding you, worrying you over things that the reason that you can't see them is because they're not there. And that's a difficult thing to deal with when you have anxiety and it shouldn't be there. I shouldn't feel this. Everything is fine. Why do I feel this way? I feel you've come so far and you have so much to show for it. Oh yeah, like you've made some really significant investments in your security. Now that could be wealth, career, but I'm getting more that it's that you've done so much work to support yourself. You've done so much work to feel safe in your body, safe in your home, that feeling we were feeling, and you've been clutching the keys, like I've got this. That's what I'm hearing. I've got this. And that ability to just say, I've got this, and take it on yourself to build that home, to hang that wreath, to take those steps forward even when you can't say for sure what's coming next or if this is meant for you. You've come so far, but you're still... There's this thing that happens to soldiers in war, where if they stay beyond the front lines for, I think it's 30 days, that's our limit. After that, that constant vigilance, we can't step back from it anymore. You've gone through so much, and you've had to be vigilant. Your life's on the line. The life of other people are on the line. Your senses are overloaded. There's deprivation physically, sleep deprivation, cold, heat, not enough food, or not very good food, not time to prepare and enjoy your food. Where are your loved ones? I feel like there's something that has been going on in the past here. You've been very guarded. You've had to be. It's not your fault. But you've also been violated. You've been violated. So this is hypervigilance. This is hypervigilance, even though everything is except for in the past where we have this violation. Someone stopped you dead in your tracks. The Hierophant and the Knight of Swords inverted. Someone made you doubt yourself. Someone took from you your ability to act confidently, and instead perhaps you're acting frantically. And then of course you're feeling off kilter. You're feeling, did I make so things are happening so fast. Did I make the right decision? Did I deal with that well? Oh no, I didn't. Or because I did this, or because I needed that, then all of this. So many chain reactions, you can't even keep track of them. And so there's a real sense of doubt in yourself. There's a real sense of stealing from yourself and your possibilities and your future, or having them stolen for you. But everything's so mixed up. Your reaction to what other people are doing to you and around you is so mixed up with your own reactions to that, and then the consequences of that. I see a spiral. I see a spiral going on around you that you walked away from. And it might not have even been the situation that you walked away from, but you took a leap of faith to say, I'm better than this. I don't want to do this anymore. And even though my confidence has been undermined and my security has been robbed from me, by me, for me, you weren't done. We're not done yet. This isn't over, is what I'm getting here. And so you've done it. You've done an amazing job. But I don't like hypervigilance, it's tough. So what are we going to do today to help with this feeling? We're going to recognize that we have a role to play in this, but that isn't the only role that we're playing. You don't have to deal with this every day. You don't have to ask yourself, how do I have less anxiety? How do I be less pessimistic? How do I feel more? You don't have to do this every day. Some days you're allowed to just be hypervigilant, be anxious, and still live your life. This is a calling, this is a burden, this is an opportunity, this is a growth mindset that you have developed as an offering of love to yourself. But let's remember that that's what it is. And as much as we get excited about being better, right? I want to be less anxious. I want to be less burdened. I want to be more confident. I want more of my happiness. That's what I'm getting here. I'm tired of feeling robbed. I'm tired of not having all the opportunities I should have because of my mental health or my physical health. But I think it's more mental health here. I need to become triumphant, and I am triumphant. Like, well, isn't it so much better that I've fixed myself? I've fixed what was going wrong. But that can be a trap in and of itself. Your healing can become a trap. You don't have to. I feel like you're someone who really likes to learn from their experiences. You self-identify as someone who is always learning. But what can we do to become more reconciled with our fate, including our hypervigilance? What can we do to say, this is part of who I am, and I'm okay with that? What can we do to love the anxious thoughts that we have? To see how much love there is in asking for more, in questioning the nature of reality, in prompting ourselves to go further. How can we learn to hear our anxiety as self-love in a less than ideal form, but just as sincere, as the transcendent, as the euphoric, as the grounded messages that our mind sends us as well. Don't be afraid to fall off your horse. Don't be afraid to have a bad day. Don't be afraid to love your bad days as a break from the norm of all of your accomplishments and your endeavors. Don't be afraid to say, even though I have taken so much from God and the divine in this quest, that I have still yet to receive so much more, that even though they see how competent and I am, and the clarity with which I act, that there's still time to let them fill my cup as well as filling my own. I'm not here to impress God with my accomplishments. I am here to be loved by God for all that I do and all that I am. I don't always need the answers. I don't always need to solve other people's problems. I know that the lessons that I've learned are valuable, but they are first for me and me alone. I don't need to see how this turns out. I don't need to arrive. I don't need to reach the pinnacle of my achievement and my self-development. I am permitted to realize that what is filling me to the brim today may not be for me tomorrow, and no matter how much I accumulate, I am free to feel deprived, I am free to want more, and I am free to not see a static and constant value in anything at all. My last card for you, Capricorn, is the moon inverted. It's so important that we go to the moon. It's so important that we respect the cycles in our life. It's so important that we hold space for our pain, for our anguish, for our anger at everything that has happened to us. But it's also okay to suspend judgment, to suspend introspection. And so for today, I want you to do exactly what you want to do, to love yourself exactly as you are, and to not rush to solve the problems of simply how you feel and what is given to you in every moment of your day.